Wheat, a cereal grain originally from the Levant region of the Near East and Ethiopian highlands, but now cultivated worldwide. In 2010, it was the third most produced cereal in the world. This grain is grown on more land area than any other commercial food. World trade in wheat is greater than all other crops combined. Globally, wheat is the leading source of vegetable protein in human food, having a higher protein content than other major cereals, corn, or rice. Wheat was a key factor enabling the emergence of city-based societies at the start of civilization because it was one of the first crops that could be easily cultivated on a large scale and had the additional advantage of yielding a harvest that provides long-term storage of food. Wheat contributed to the emergence of city-states. Wheat grain is a staple food used to make flour for cookies, biscuits, breads, cakes, breakfast cereals, pasta, noodles, fermentation to make beer and other alcoholic beverages, and biofuel. Wheat is also planted to a limited extent as a forage crop for livestock, and straw can be used as construction material for roofing thatch. So wheat has essentially changed our everyday lives. But where did it come from? Who thought of taking a small grain and turning it into all of this? Wheat is one of the first cereals known to have been domesticated, and wheat's ability to self-pollinate greatly facilitated the selection of many distinct domesticated varieties. The archaeological record suggests that this first occurred in the regions known as the Fertile Crescents. But recent findings narrow the first domestication of wheat down to a small region of southeastern Turkey, the domesticated incorn wheat in Göbekli Tepe in Turkey, dating to 9000 BCE. Okay, so we know that wheat makes bread, and some of us know that it can make beer. But what other foods do we consume that involve wheat? Wheat is a major ingredient in such foods as breads, crackers, biscuits, pancakes, pies, pastries, cakes, cookies, muffins, rolls, donuts, gravy, and breakfast cereals. Raw wheat can be ground into flour, or using hard durum wheat only, it can be ground into semolina. It can be germinated and dried, creating malts, crushed or cut into cracked wheat, steamed, dried, crushed, and debrand into bulgur, also known as groats. And if the raw wheat is broken into parts at the mill, as is usually done, the outer husk or bran can be used in several ways. Wheat is also being utilized in other products, such as straw particle board, which is wood used for ready to assemble furniture, flooring, and a foundation for lamination and kitchen cabinets. Paper wheat is starch that makes paper stronger. 5 billion pounds of starch are sowed into the manufacturing of paper per year in the U.S. Many types of adhesive contain starch, which comes from wheat. Starch is used as an adhesive on postage stamps and is used to hold the bottom of grocery bags together. Packing peanuts, plastic bags, plastic film, eating utensils, packaging, foams, insulation, charcoal, cups, fine paper products, fuels, golf tees, medical swabs, and roofing materials all have wheat in them. Are you surprised yet? Well, how about this? Even cosmetics and pharmaceutical products like hair conditioners, moisturizers, and liquid laundry detergents all contain a portion of wheat. In total, the U.S. alone spreads wheat within 50% within exports, 36% among food, 10% to feed livestock, and 4% as reproduction seed. So we have all these products that contain wheat or come from wheat. But there isn't just one type of wheat. In fact, there are quite a few types of this popular commodity. One is the most widely cultivated wheat in the world, which is a hexaploid wheat species, or otherwise known as a common or spelt wheat, or in layman's terms, the wheat used for bread. There's durum wheat, which is the only tetraploid form of wheat widely used today, and also the second most widely cultivated wheat. Within the United States, we use 6 very distinct types of wheat, one being the durum wheat, a very hard, translucent, light colored grain used to make flour for pasta. We also use hard red spring wheat, which is a hard brownish, high protein wheat used for bread and hard baked goods. Hard red winter wheat is similar to hard red spring wheat, but it has mellow high proteins used for pie crusts. Soft red winter wheat, a soft low protein wheat used for cakes and biscuits, is something we use very often. Hard white wheat is something we use for brewing items such as beer. And finally, number 6, the soft white wheat or soft light colored wheat is a very low protein wheat that we consume here in the US. The most common forms of wheat are white and red wheat. However, other natural forms of wheat exist. For example, in highlands of Ethiopia grows a purple wheat, a tetraploid species of wheat that is rich in antioxidants. So there's all these types of wheat and all these products they can create. So where are all these products coming from? Wheat is grown on more than 530 million acres, larger than any other crop. World trade in wheat is greater than all other crops combined. With rice, wheat is the world's most favorite staple food. It is a major diet component because of the wheat plant's agronomic adaptability with the ability to grow from near Arctic region to equator, from sea level to the plains of Tibet, approximately 13,000 feet above sea level. Wheat protein is easily digested by nearly 99% of human population, as is its starch. Wheat also contains a diversity of minerals, vitamins, and fats. With a small amount of animal protein added, a wheat-based meal is highly nutritious. The biggest wheat producer in 2010 was European Union 27, which contains 27 countries within the European Union, followed by China, India, US, and Russia Federation. The largest exporters of wheat in 2009 were, in order of exported quantities, the United States, European Union 27, Canada, Russian Federation, Australia, Ukraine, and Kazakhstan. The Black Sea region, which includes Kazakhstan, the Russian Federation, and Ukraine, is amongst the most promising area for grain exporters. It possesses significant production potential in terms of both wheat yield and area increases. So great, we have all these countries who are consumers, importers, and exporters, but how much is this commodity really on the market? In 1998, the price of harvest was $2.68 per bushel. There were significant profitability differences between low and high cost farms, mainly due to crop yield differences, location, and farm size. In 2007, there was a dramatic rise in the price of wheat due to freezes and flooding in the northern hemisphere and a drought in Australia. Currently, wheat, specifically hard red winter wheat, is selling for roughly $8.70 per bushel. On the USDA market, wheat sells per metric ton, which averages 36 to 37 bushels. The price of wheat per metric ton has fluctuated quite often over the past 10 years, dropping to one of its lowest points in July of 2010. Economists predict wheat prices to increase sharply over the next few years, possibly due to dry conditions, damage from cold temperatures, widespread diseases, and late killing of frost. Alright, so people are predicting wheat prices to rise, but one reason being from widespread disease issues? Is wheat safe to eat? Well, several screening studies in Europe, South America, Australia, and the US suggest that approximately 0.5 to 1% of these populations may have undetected celiac disease. Celiac disease is a condition that is caused by an adverse immune system reaction to gliadin, a gluten protein found in wheat. Upon exposure to gliadin, the enzyme tissue transglutaminase modifies the protein, and the immune system cross-reacts with the bowel tissue, causing an inflammatory reaction. That leads to flattening of the lining of the small intestine, which interferes with the assumption of nutrients. The only effective treatment is a lifelong gluten-free diet. While gluten sensitivity is caused by a reaction to wheat proteins, it is not the same as a wheat allergy. While wheat remains as one of the many American concerns, economists do not project it affecting the demand in a way that should be alarming. As we've learned, wheat remains as a huge part of our daily lives, whether it be in our food or not. The farming of wheat administers many jobs around the world, and a decrease in demand would be devastating worldwide. So, I challenge you all to avoid purchasing something without wheat in it. It will almost be as hard as looking for something that isn't produced with water.